Okay, chapter 6, we are creating a worksheet for a service business. So every business normally works on a fiscal period, which is normally the length of time for which businesses are going to summarize and report their financial information. In the accounting world, it's known as the accounting period. So a fiscal period is not necessarily January to December for all businesses. So like the school district, for example, is August 1 to July 30th of the next year. A lot of your ag industries will end theirs in October. Most businesses are going to do a 1-year fiscal period, and that just has to do with state and federal tax reporting. It's easier that way. Other options are bi-yearly, so twice a year, monthly, or quarterly. Businesses are going to choose to end their fiscal period where it is the least amount of activity is happening in that business. So that's why the school district chooses to end theirs in July, because that's the end and it's right before the start of a new school year. The financial information is always going to be summarized and reported at this time, but it is always going to be summarized and reported at the end of the fiscal period. A worksheet is an accounting form that is used to summarize that general ledger info in order to prepare financial statements later. So it's used to organize info, but also to prove that debits equal credits. It's also used to plan for any needed changes to the general ledger accounts, to bring account balances up to date. It's also used to separate the general ledger account balances according to what financial statements they need to be listed on. And it can help us calculate our net income and net loss, which we will later report on a financial statement. The first step is to prepare what is called a trial balance. So that is what we're going to do in MindTap today. So here is a snapshot of a trial balance on a worksheet. This is not the full worksheet. It is just showing what we are going to complete today. So it has our heading, company name, financial statement, our date for month ended. Then it has all of our accounts in our business, every single one of them, even if they don't have a balance, like income summary or supplies expense. It also has the balances, whether it is a debit or a credit balance, depending on the account type. Then at the bottom, it has our total debits and our total credits. So the whole goal of a trial balance is to first prove that debits equal credits, and then also get all of that information laid out easily from our general ledger accounts so that we can then produce financial statements later. So there's the steps on preparing a trial balance worksheet. Please read through those, but we're going to go to MindTap and do that now. So 6-1 work together. We are on April 30th of the current year. Company is Fix It Now, and we are going to prepare a worksheet, and the business uses a monthly fiscal period. The first step in preparing our worksheet is first filling out our heading. So no matter what it is, the first row of any heading of a financial statement is going to be the name of the company, Fix It Now. The second is always going to say what type of financial statement we're working on. So this is the worksheet. And then the third is going to be our date. Since this is for the month ended, we are literally going to write for month ended, and our date is April 30th. Sorry, no comma. 20 --. That is our heading. Next step is to record our trial balance. So up here at the top, it has all of our account titles and our account balances, debits and credits. We are going to move down the balances. Normally you would have to put in your account titles. MindTap saved you a little bit of time. So all we're having to do is literally bring down the balances as they are. So we have cash, 4,900. Petty cash, 75. Accounts receivable, B. Wydell, 1,387. Supplies, 228. Prepaid insurance, 375. And that is the end of our assets. We have one liability, accounts payable, 267. Our capital account is also a credit balance. So our two owner's equity accounts here, 7,443. Our drawing gets a debit balance of 1,700. Income summary. Income summary is going to come into play in our next chapter. So we are going to leave income summary blank. Our next account is our one revenue account, sales, 2,160. And then we have all of our expense accounts, and be careful because not all of them have a balance. So the first one is advertising, 460. Next is cash short and over. Also be careful of this one if it's a debit or a credit balance. In this case, it is a debit balance. Insurance expense does not have a balance yet, nor does supplies. That's going to come in our next section, 6.2. So miscellaneous expense, 189. And utilities expense of 550. All right, last step is we have to add up our whole debit column and add up our credit column to prove that debits equal credits. So if I added up all the numbers on my debit side here, the total is $9,870. And if I added the three amounts on my credit side, it is also $9,870. And that is 6-2. Go ahead and do the on your own. It's the same thing. You're doing the trial balance. We will do adjustments in 6.2 and then our income statement and balance sheet in the final sections of chapter 6. So you're just recording the balances and then proving that debits equal credits. Don't forget on your own and to do the terms if there are any.